Welcome to The Burning of the Midnight Lamp, where we are dissecting music history, album by album and track by track. We are nearing the end of the Sparks journey that we have done. We are listening to the debut album of Sparks, also known as Half Nelson, originally released under that name. This is the 9th track on this album, called Saccharin and the War. It's written by Russell Mayall, the vocalist in the band. And it's one of the more rockier songs on the album, as we will hear. And if you listen closely, very clever use of a squeaky toy. At least I think it is a squeaky toy.
Looking forward to it. I have not heard this song before.
So for Chris, it will be a reaction, and maybe for Tron as well. We'll have a listen and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah!
And there it fades out. Saccharin and the War.
Yes. Well, it didn't blow me away. I have to say, I think it's not as interesting as many others we've heard on the album. I actually thought the last one was more engaging, even though it was silly. Biology too, but it ends fun with a long instrumental piece of intense piano hitting one note and a drummer hitting all the cymbals at the same time, and Todd Rundgren hitting all the panning buttons he can find. So listening to it on headphones was a nice experience, having this noise going from here to there to over there, and then in the back there with a lot of reverb from the rooms. It's like some band moving through an apartment from room to room. So that was creative, but I think the opening, I don't know, there was something about the singing again, like on the Fali Fala song, that just took me out, and the lyrics was not that interesting, though it had some fun wordplay, came across, and what they have been, the type of wordplay that's all over the album.
I agree. It's not the most engaging track on the album. How about you, Ton?
I enjoyed it, but I preferred biology actually to this one. The lyrics, it's a bit hard to make out what it's actually about, and maybe it's also maybe not as fun as some of the other songs we've been listening to.
It's been said that it's a satire to criticize extreme weight loss measures and societal pressure to conform to beauty standards.
So the two small drops, that's something that makes the weight, makes them lose weight.
Each eyeliner took 2 small drops. Reaction, elation, joy.
Yes.
Also,
I thought it was LSD.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And maybe it could be interpreted like that.
and the line, "The Constitution says you must house the men," sounds like something a certain president candidate could say.
Yeah.
And as the weight was lost, they erected a golden cross.
It's almost like biblical, she read the book, the golden book. Seems another man had come across a cross.
And they crucified Dr. Jones.
But all their weight was returned back. Haha, for all the girls now.
Yes, it's not very advanced lyric writing, haha for all the girls now. but that's probably deliberately. They probably thought it was fun to have such a blunt ending.
Most important, did you notice the squeaky toy noise?
Yes.
I wonder, you can get a noise like that from the drum pedal, but it doesn't sound like it's that. It sounds like it's very intentional put in there.
Well, I don't know if I would have thought of a squeaky toy if it wasn't that you actually said it before. I see what you mean. Yes.
Well, they were recording at the doggy factory. There must have been a ton of squeaky toys lying around.
In the dog beds?
In the dog beds. So they just probably stepped on one going to the mic, and then, wow, that sounded good. Let's put it in.
It could be something else. Ron Mayall commented on this song saying, the main reason we never used a vibra clap since 1972.
A vibra clap?
What is a vibra clap? I googled it. The closest I come is a vibra slap, which I think is like this clapping thing. But so maybe that's what making the squeaky noise. I don't know. I don't know what it is. If you know, please leave a comment below.
Yep.
He also said, I don't get this song, ask Russell.
Yes, in response to one of the earlier.
Which I also think he said on the other song that Russell wrote.
But yeah, it's also probably one of the first songs that has this type of false ending where it fades out and comes back.
Maybe.
Maybe the Beatles had already done that.
I feel there might be songs before that did that.
Yes.
Trick fade.
Yeah, trick fade.
Russell, he commented on the song as well. He called it a weight-reducing song. You should have heard a home demo we recorded in our living room. More character. So this is actually one of two songs together with Roger that they had recorded before on an album that is just referred to as the demo album, which they wanted to release as it was.
Yeah.
But I think where Roger was not re-recorded, at least not completely, because it has all these effects and tape manipulations. I think this was completely recorded, which also Russell's comment indicates. Yeah, actually I put it in my note that it was completely re-recorded. Yeah. Quite heavy song. One of the more rockier songs on the album. So not. And I agree with what you said, Chris. And as I said before, it's not the best song on the album, not the most engaging one. But it's okay. It has its moments.
It's a good album track.
Yeah.
Always fun to hear trashy instruments being sent around in a 360-degree. Couple of minutes fade out.
And what do you think? Is it a standout track or is it a filler? Leave a comment below. And thank you for watching us on this clip. We'll be back with the last two tracks on this album in a couple of days. We also have a podcast where we are discussing everything on this album. We have a Patreon where you can get early access to all the songs on this album and future albums that we'll do. And until then, it's only for us to say goodbye and have a nice day.
And sleep tight.
Ta-ta.